Even so, for years, fans have wondered how Christopher Nolan would approach the Odyssey, one of the most influential stories ever written. Now, new details about the films are finally revealing just how ambitious his adaptation really is, especially when it comes to Lupita Nyong'o's role in the movie. Nyong'o won't be just playing one major character in the film. Nolan has confirmed that she will portray both Helen of Troy, her sister. Uh, Clytemnestra, giving her two of the most complicated and powerful female roles in Greek mythology. That casting choice immediately makes Nolan's version of the Odyssey feels more layered than a straightforward retelling. In Homer's original epic, Helen of Troy is remembered as the woman whose beauty sparked the Trojan War after she was taken away by the Trojan prince Paris. But the ancient poems never paint her as simply helpless or innocent. Helen is often portrayed as intelligent, manipulative, and deeply aware of the chaos surrounding her. One of the most famous moments in the mythology involves her attempting to expose the Greek soldiers hidden inside the Trojan horse by imitating the voices of their wives to trick them into responding. At the same time, Helen's personal life is far from perfect. She returns to Sparta as the wife of Menelaus, but their marriage is usually portrayed as emotionally distant and damaged by the war. That's where Clytemnestra becomes especially important in Nolan's adaptation. While Helen's story is tied to beauty and desire, Clytemnestra's story is rooted in rage, betrayal, and revenge. She is married to Agamemnon, who in the film will be played by Benny Safdie. In the Greek mythology, their marriage becomes extremely toxic, eventually leading uh, Clytemnestra to murder her husband after the war. Across ancient literature, she is often presented as the complete opposite of Penelope, Odysseus' loyal wife, where Penelope represents patience and faithfulness. Clytemnestra symbolizes fury and destruction. By having the same actress play both sisters, Nolan seems to be emphasizing the parallels between them, two women trapped in the aftermath of war, each responding to suffering in very different ways. The movie itself is shaping to be one of Nolan's biggest productions yet. Matt Damon stars as Odyssey, the legendary Greek king, trying to return home after the Trojan War during a brutal 10-year journey filled with monsters, gods, and impossible choices. Production reportedly carries a massive $250 million budget and is built filmed entirely using IMAX 70 cameras, continuing Nolan's obsession with large format filmmaking. Damon also revealed more about Nolan's directing style behind the scene. According to him, Nolan avoids distancing himself from the cast and crew. Instead of sitting behind monitors or in director's chair, he stays physically close to the actors during difficult shoots. Damon compared it to being soldiers in a foxhole together, with Nolan enduring the same uncomfortable condition as everyone else on set. Another major reveals involve Han Hathaway's interpretation of Penelope. While Penelope is traditionally portrayed as the perfect image of patience and loyalty, Hathaway says Nolan's script gives her much more emotional intensity. She described the character as a volcano constantly simmering beneath the surface, suggesting that this version of Penelope may be far more emotionally complex and forceful than audience expect. Hathaway also connected personally to the central romance between Odyssey and Penelope. She explained that she and Damon approached the relationship as a genuine soulmate story, built around two people who deeply value the rare happiness they found together. That emotional angle may end up being the key difference in Nolan's adaptation. While the Odyssey is famous for its monsters, battles, and mythical adventures, Nolan appears equally interested in the emotional consequences of war, marriage, loyalty, and resentment. By expanding characters like Helen, Clytemnestra, and Penelope, the film seems less focused on simple mythology and more focused on the complicated people living inside these legendary stories. The Odyssey is currently scheduled to arrive in theaters on July 17, and based on these early details, it may be one of Nolan's most emotionally layered films yet. Thank you for watching. Bye.